So here we have it. I'm going through the comments of, shout out to Fox, and I'm going through the comments and I'm looking at what people are saying about Biden and KJP. So one of my favorite comments, 3.5 years of garbage, one of the worst presidents in history. Completely agree. She fits right in with The View, a horde of liars. Talking about KJP, I completely agree. It was never about the American people. It was only about themselves. That's facts. And then this one got me. And then was it the next one? Nah, yeah, the next one was funny. But no, 3.5 years of what? Billions going overseas and a massive rise in crime and cost of living. And the last one. This is worth watching. KJP is going to break her record of the most lies told in 15 minutes. I'm cracking up. So here we have it. Okay. KJP, another puppet of Biden's, if you want to call it that. And yeah, we're going to get right into this. I will be giving you guys my thoughts and commentary periodically throughout the video, but more so on the back end, so stay tuned for that. And if you're new here, welcome to the King Squad. Definitely be sure to like, comment, subscribe. We post consistently. And I want to say thank you to everyone who likes these videos, shares these videos, and leaves a positive comment. Thank you to everyone who donates, keeps me updated. You guys are the bomb.com. I hope everybody's having a blessed and prosperous day and a great day. Let's get right into it.
It's been over 1 week since White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre spoke to the American public. Even after her boss ended his re-election campaign, KJP has not taken to the White House podium. And instead of holding a briefing this morning, she sat down for I don't even know if it was a softball interview, I think it was a wiffle ball interview with the liberal hosts of The View. Here's what she had to say about Biden stepping aside. Watch.
So listen, there have been a lot of criticisms about if the White House was transparent enough about Biden's health in the months leading up to the debate. But now calls have gone further, including vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance saying if he's not up to serving 4 more years, can he serve out the rest of his term? How do you respond to that?
I think that's ridiculous. Seriously.
He's ridiculous.
Get the freak out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Here we go. You know, they had to start with some Haagen-Dazs. They just had to start with that. They just had to start with some nonsense. They had to start with that. I got to run that back. Are we shocked, though? Are you shocked?
Term. How do you respond to that?
I think that's ridiculous. Seriously.
He's ridiculous.
Not me. But what I will say is, like, the president decided to not run for re-election. That's it. That's all he decided on. He wants to continue to do the work. 3.5 years of unprecedented historic work. I think that shows what he's capable of doing. I think that shows how important his leadership is. And moments ago, I talked about how he was able to reach across the aisle and do things in bipartisanship in the political environment that we're in. We have so much more work to do, and he understands that. He's going to speak to this in about 24 hours or so, and he'll lay that out. But this president is ready to continue to lead this country in a historic way. And
I'm starting to think she has dementia. Oh my gosh. I'm starting to think all these people are on Delulu Island and have dementia. Oh my gosh. Have you not seen the country? Do you not live in America? Do you not live in the US of A? How this you gotta be kidding me. How do people sit here and watch this? You gotta be. I heard somebody say Biden is a great leader and he's choosing to step down. Something about because he wanted to open up the door, or just a great leadership choosing to step down. I forgot what they said. It was just some nonsense. Anyways, everybody's ignoring the fact that his health conditions are just horrendous. That he's completely unfit to be our strong and fearless leader of the United States of America. And like everybody is on the left side is supporting Biden in the sense of saying he's such an excellent leader for choosing to step down, even though he wanted to keep going. I just thought that was just goofy. I was like, really? Like, are you serious? Like, did you really just like take 2 deep breaths and say that with a straight face? Like, are you serious?
that is stance.
I mean, that was hard to hear because the gaslighting continues, Harrison. For her to say it's ridiculous, no, it's actually founded, and it's certainly a founded question.
Well, I'll tell you who's going to help the Trump campaign the most. KJP and all the surrogates and spokespeople, because they have these platitudes of glory around the policy that has failed the American people on many fronts, particularly the economy, where people are still feeling the bite of high prices because the percentage of inflation has come down, but it was on top of like 8 and 9% inflation. I mean, it's going to take years for those prices to readjust, or we have to be right-sized with how much money we make. They may never come back down.
Well, personally, I'm going to just give my own 2 cents here with that. When it comes to these companies and they set the new price, you know, the new inflation price, generally speaking, you see that when people will pay for the $5 or $6, $7 bag of chips or juice, and the companies see that, they're like, okay, well, we're just going to keep it at that price then. Why would we drop it back down to $3.50? Why would we do that? Okay, they're willing to pay for this family-sized bag of chips for like $7, $8, so why would we bring it back down to $5? So, you know, that's kind of what happens. That's like, it's like the new bar is set, and then we just have to adjust accordingly. So that's another reason why inflation is like so crippling, because everything keeps going up. Meanwhile, people's pay is not going up. And then the people demanding higher pay, they want more money, but with more money comes higher priced items. And you saw that with McDonald's in California and stuff like that. And you saw that with Domino's and Pizza Hut. I think it was Pizza Hut, but I'm pretty sure like Domino's and then Waffle House. We want $25 an hour to make home fries and flip pancakes and burgers. I'm like, really? Like, you guys are fighting for a 401k to flip patties all day? You got to be kidding me. Anyways, back to the video.
So let them speak like that, because that helps Trump. It's just empty glory about how great his policies were and no actual awareness of what people feel. But probably the thing that really does not befit someone in that position is her propensity to lie to us and to cover up and to say, well, we didn't know about him. You knew before that debate, as a spokesperson who hopefully spends good time with him, that he was not ready for prime time.
Yep.
So, again, I do caution, though. You put Kamala in that job of his right now. If they continue to progressively push the coup, as you said, Emily, and push him on out, and it's her, she's in place then as people go to vote. I think it makes it tougher. It doesn't make it impossible for Trump, but the job gets harder.
Tudor, I want to dig into another platitude of glory, which I...
Definitely. Some people were saying that they should have waited for they should have waited to have the debate like 2 months before the election. And I thought that was an interesting take. Definitely comment down below what you guys think. Do you think that they made it harder for Trump? Do you think that Trump is going to win by a landslide? Do you think Kamala Harris is a wild card? Comment down below what you guys think about that. Do you think that the debate should have been held out, you know, a little closer to the election rather than having it now and then swapping Biden out with Kamala? Comment down below what you guys think about that.
I love that phrase so much that we were subjected to this morning on The View as she describes the last few days of Biden and the human decency that he has exhibited. Let's watch.
What we saw from this president the last couple days was a human decency, a good man, someone who decided not to put himself first, like we've seen before, but to put the American people first and this country first.
Yeah. I'm curious. I would love a fact check on when exactly the president has put the American people first, especially by stepping aside and taking away from them their right to vote who they want at the top of the ticket.
But it's the ultimate cover-up. That's why she's on The View. The View is telling people what to think. Here we have KJP. She's talking about the president the entire time in past tense. Think about that. She says he was reaching across the aisle. He was doing this for 54 years. She doesn't say he is. She says he was. She's over him. She's dumped him. They're on to Kamala. They're moving on. He's done.
She was asked the question whether, as we pointed out earlier, was he done or was he told he was done? And the question was, does he feel betrayed by that? Let's listen to her answer.
You know, people love Joe Biden. I mean, there was a great expression by his party, people talking on television all weekend about how much they love him. You know, because he is a lovable guy.
Yeah.
And he's got a good heart, you know, and all of that. There was a pylon to get him to step down by the Democrats, a lot of Democrats, and movie stars, George Clooney, for example. But does Joe feel betrayed by any of that, or does he understand that it was for the country also?
I mean, look, he's going to speak tomorrow. We'll hear from him directly. And I think he'll address whatever is on his heart. Like you said, he has a big heart.
Yeah.
He understands where people are. He understands having done this 36 years as a senator, 8 years as vice president, and now almost 4 years as president. He gets it. He gets where we are as a country.
You know, the media reaction after he stepped down, I thought was fascinating, because you see the same people that kept saying Joe needs to go are now celebrating him and wishing him well. There's a knife in the back, you know, of course, as he's walking away. But I'm a little more worried about, and John Bolton brought this up in a Wall Street Journal editorial piece yesterday morning, I'm more worried about the global stage right now. We have a world on fire. And to the past tense point, Tudor, that you brought up, and I'm glad you said that, because if you've got a lame duck president, which is exactly what Bolton talked about, then if you're China, you're Hamas, you've got Russia. If you've got these world powers looking and seeing the chaos that's now been created, and a president that is going to, if you think, hang on until November 6th, we shall see, so we can pardon his son, what does that tell our enemies around the world right now? That's the bigger concern, I think, to me right now, on top of the fact that we're learning so much more about what these world leaders were seeing and talking about behind the scenes at the G7, at NATO, not just this year, 2 years ago.
And Paul, she went on to say the typical tagline that democracy is at stake. She said, what he's been able to do, what we've been able to do is unprecedented. And she said, we're not leaving communities behind. I feel seen because of this president. I agree what they've done is unprecedented, but not for the reasons she stated.
Yes. I just want to interject here because I'm still stuck on the fact that KJP sat here with a straight face and said, Biden, he put the people first and he stepped down. And he did it for the people, and he cares about the people, and he puts, like, that just was going on in my head. Like, how do you sit here and breathe lies? Just how? Like, I literally personally feel insulted. You must think I'm stupid. You must think I'm an idiot. Like, what is wrong with you? You gotta be kidding me. These people are nuts. I was like, what? Biden stepped down for the people? He put the people first. You gotta be kidding. Do you live in America? Oh my gosh. We got a world war on the horizon. And then you are funding these wars and letting criminals in the country. I'm like, yo. And then building these, like, do you see what's going on in New York? They're building these like 5-star hotels, and then I remember Biden saying that if the immigrants keep acting up, that they'll be reduced down to 4-star hotels. I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me. And then I'm gonna bring up the draft, and then the draft. Okay, I'm gonna just, hey, Biden, we need you to just sign here really quick. All right, just sign this paper right here. This is Biden. Free ice cream for life. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. And then what they had him sign was the draft. And then so we got to get automatically drafted. But the immigrant Gen Z people get to stay here and get free ice cream for life, while I have to go die for a country that hates me. Get the freak out of here, man. This is ridiculous. Insane. All right, I digress.
Certainly unprecedented. We've never had these sorts of conversations in this country where I got an email today from somebody asking me, do you think the president's alive? I mean, this was a serious person asking me that. I mean, I've never gotten anything like that. All I could say relative to this thing is on The View, that was a job interview. And, you know, all the other women on the panel are looking around saying, wow, which one of us is going?
Oh, wow. I hadn't even considered that.
Somebody's on the ropes.
Coming in with that good point.
Yikes. As we're all silent
I know,
now.
I'm like, oh my God.
Wow, we didn't think of that.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, so that's all for this video, you guys. Yeah, I just think this lady needs to, like, reevaluate her life. and her life choices. But we know she won't. Anywho, drink your water, take a walk, continue to live life and say your prayers. This stuff is crazy. I'm like, dang. It's like, I don't want to say it's a nightmare or a never-ending bad dream or a movie that I didn't really want to see. You know, it's just nuts. I'm going to just say that, okay? And KJP has got to go. Okay, I believe that when Trump gets into office, God willing, of course, that he would like clean out the White House of these feminist, liberal witches and warlocks and agenda pushing, destructive individuals. And that's that. I would believe that that's what Trump is doing, or plans to do. Okay, I have heard him like talk of that. But comment down below what you guys think about all of this Haagen-Dazs, and yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate your support. If you're new here, welcome to the King Squad. We post consistently, best channel on YouTube, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go make some money legally, drink your water, and stay active and stay healthy. Yeah, all that good stuff. God first. Peace.